And I said, if that tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on above.
I think companies are more than happy to increase manufacturing in America. It's just that you can't do it instantly. I'm against sudden giant tariffs. It's an impossible response.
So Elon Musk thought he was Trump's best buddy after joining his campaign. Then Trump announced massive tariffs on Chinese and Mexican goods that would completely wreck Tesla's business model. The look on Elon's face when he realized his supposed friend just stabbed him in the back financially, priceless.
I think you need to be careful with tariffs. So you want to have tariffs be predictable so that companies can adjust their supply chain.
Even billionaires get played by the orange turd, apparently. Let's break down this hilarious betrayal. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So, did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now, back to the video. Picture this: Elon Musk strutting into Trump Tower, Tesla logo, cufflinks gleaming, that weird half-smile plastered across his face. The richest nerd in the world thinks he's about to become a made man in the Trump crime family. And why wouldn't he? He showed up at Trump rallies grinning like he just discovered fire, opened his billionaire wallet, and pledged allegiance to the orange flag. What Musk didn't realize is that in Trump's world, loyalty is a one-way street that always leads back to Trump. Our rocket boy was playing checkers while Trump was playing, how many suckers can I fleece today? The answer, as always, at least one more. You've gotta love the political gymnastics Musk performs. This is the same guy who cozied up to Obama when green energy tax credits were flowing like champagne at a SpaceX launch party. But the second those winds shifted, so did Elon's political compass. It's amazing how his deeply held beliefs perfectly align with whatever helps Tesla's bottom line at any given moment. When Musk started throwing cash at Trump's campaign, he thought he was buying a political insurance policy. Here's some money. Now please, don't wreck my electric car company that depends on global supply chains.
Elon's done a fantastic job. Look, he's sitting here, and I don't care. I don't need Elon for anything other than I happen to like him, but I'm telling you.
It's like watching someone try to bribe a hurricane not to hit their beach house. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, Trump's inner circle was having a good laugh. Peter Navarro, Trump's economic advisor, wasn't even trying to hide his disdain when he publicly dismissed Musk as just a car salesman.
Sack of bricks. That's how Elon Musk has described Trump's chief trade advisor, as a growing internal rift over the White House tariff policy.
Not exactly the respect you'd expect for someone who thinks he's the real-life Tony Stark. Can you imagine Musk's face when he heard that? His ego probably needed its own emergency rocket deployment system. The real kicker came when Trump announced his tariff plans, a whopping 60% on Chinese imports and 25% on Mexican imports. This wasn't just stepping on Elon's toes. It was driving a monster truck over Tesla's entire business model.
I think companies are more than happy to increase manufacturing in America. It's just that you can't do it instantly. I'm against sudden giant tariffs. It's an impossible response.
Tesla relies heavily on Chinese components and markets, not to mention their investments in Shanghai factories. And let's not forget China's 125% retaliatory tariffs on American vehicles, which hit Tesla like a sledgehammer in its largest foreign market. All those campaign donations, all those awkward appearances at Trump rallies, all that public bootlicking, and what did it get him? A front row seat to watch his company get tariffed into oblivion. While Trump gleefully announced tariffs that would crush Tesla, Musk's response wasn't the Twitter meltdown we all expected.
I hope it is agreed that both Europe and the United States should move, ideally in my view, to a zero tariff situation.
It was something far more pathetic. The Rocket Man sat there quietly, still throwing compliments Trump's way like they were part of some exclusive billionaire club. Talk about a guy who can't take a hint. It's like watching someone thank the burglar for only taking the good silverware. This strange, muted reaction revealed Musk's desperate calculation. He genuinely believed his friendship with Trump would somehow protect his business interests. The poor little billionaire kept up this awkward dance for weeks, offering mild criticisms of the tariffs, while simultaneously praising Trump's other ideas.
And I said, if that tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on above.
As one insider put it, it was the political equivalent of "it's not you, it's me, but actually it is kind of you." Imagine breaking up with someone but still asking if they want to grab coffee sometime. Meanwhile, Tesla's supply chain was falling apart faster than Trump's spray tan in a rainstorm. The company depended heavily on components made in China, turning Tesla factories into what were essentially high-tech assembly operations. When Chinese consumers started seeing those inflated prices, they canceled their Model S and Model X orders faster than Musk could tweet about it. Those customers quickly pivoted to domestic brands like BYD, which suddenly looked like bargains compared to tariff-bloated Teslas. The situation spiraled into a public feud between Musk and Peter Navarro that was funnier than most Netflix comedy specials. After Navarro trashed his manufacturing credentials, Musk defensively tweeted that Tesla factories build cars from the ground up from raw materials to final assembly. Sure, Elon. And I make homemade cookies when I heat up store-bought dough. But the real comedy gold came from former Trump officials spilling the tea on working with Musk. One described him as the most annoying person I've ever had to deal with, and completely insufferable in meetings. Another revealed that after meetings with Musk, Trump's team would joke about implementing mandatory drug testing for government contractors. Turns out, even a $240 billion fortune can't buy you likability.
The House is doubling down on its commitment to tariffs despite a continued dive on Wall Street.
Those tariffs now putting him at odds with his advisor, Elon.
The financial impact was brutal. Tesla's quarterly earnings tanked as Chinese sales figures dropped, market analysts issued warnings and downgrades, and their stock price eroded faster than Trump's credibility. As one former Trump official perfectly explained, he thought his tweets and donations would get him special treatment, but policy is policy, and our job was to bring manufacturing back to America, not protect billionaires who build assembly plants while shipping money to China.
Dropping for a third straight day. At the White House, the president digging into his global tariff strategy.
And what's the real joke in all of this? A supposed tech genius who couldn't read the room. Musk, blinded by his own brilliance, believed his wealth was a magic shield against Trump's whims. Classic miscalculation. The man who launches rockets couldn't see what was right in front of him. That, in Trump's world, relationships are as disposable as his fast food wrappers.
All of the liberals opposing Trump's tariffs need to sit down and shut the hell up.
Has just slapped retaliatory tariffs of 84% on U.S. goods in response to a President.
So, who's the bigger fool? Musk for thinking his billions could buy loyalty from a guy who treats agreements like optional suggestions? Or Trump for burning bridges with someone who could have bankrolled his entire political future? Hit subscribe if you love watching billionaires get schooled in politics 101.